quiero era más viendo. Hey there, folks. This is Javier Blog 208 coming to you live at 12:41 a.m. on Friday, January 29th, 2021. It's been a while since I made a new video for YouTube. I just wanted to focus this video on kind of filling you guys in on what's been going on in my personal life. And so in my personal life, there's been quite a bit of stuff going on. That's been kind of hard for me, so it's been a while since I posted a new video. And in the next video I make, I'm going to kind of try to do I'm going to try to kind of give you guys a more of a description of what the future of this channel is going to be a little bit, and kind of give you a little bit of a breakdown of videos that of a whole lot of videos that I've already made that I just have yet to post on this channel yet. I went through over 50, 60, 70, 50 or 60, about around 50 videos probably on estimate, and titled every one of them. Most of them haven't been posted yet, but I'm going to be talking about some of them, and I'm probably going to be kind of just doing a little bit of a flashback blog in a little while. So, where have I been in the last couple months? I'll tell you what's been going on. December 4th, 2020 was a date, one of the, there's been probably 2 or 3 dates that kind of changed my life in the last couple months. That one of them being December 4th, 2020, when my grandma Faith she passed away. She was my grandmother on my dad's side, and it was just very, very sad for me. And I can't tell you, I cried a lot. She was an amazing, amazing woman who did a lot, was very active, and it just was very hard to see her go. I had a cousin so we went out to Phoenix for her funeral. Very beautiful person, who had a house in Mexico, a house in Arizona, and traveled a lot, by the way. She traveled a lot to Denver, she took care of her own mother, and she took care of her own mother in Denver. She used to run in the mornings before she had heart surgery in 2014, and she traveled to Virginia, to Denver, to Phoenix, where she had her house, and to Mexico. And she was just back and forth all the time between those two places. Prior to her short surgery in 2014, she used to run every morning. She used to get up at 5 in the morning and go running. She sang songs, played her guitar, wrote a lot of writings, was even writing a book, left a whole legacy behind. An amazing woman, and her loss was hard, so we went out to Phoenix, Arizona to go to attend the funeral. It was very sad for my dad because I watched my dad lose both his father and his mother 1 year apart. He lost his dad in 2019, my grandfather, and his mother in 2020. Fast forward to New Year's, January. Okay, so we came back from Phoenix in December, late December. Got back to my routine, and fast forward to New Year's. Happy New Year's, January 2021. Everybody's happy 2020's over. It wasn't a horrible year for me, but a lot of people weren't happy. I did a whole review of my year 2020, and just like I do every year. And it was just, it was what it was, Come 2021, January 5th, 2021, I got the news that my cousin passed away. He was 22 years old. Very young and very sad. A couple things about him. He was an addict to drugs. I don't even know. Xanax, methamphetamine, I don't even know what kind of drugs he was doing. It was really sad. And at the same time, it was just very hard, very sad to know that He was. It was very sad to know that he passed. You know, who is it? I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting a knock on my door. Give me 1 second. Estoy haciendo un video. ¿Qué quiere?
Mira, el pantalón se me ajustaba.
And this is my grandmother, Marcelina Leva. Hi.
Mira,
I'm sorry you came in while I was filming.
mira, ¿quién es este?
Sí. Sí, ese perfecto. It's gonna be really cold tomorrow, so yeah, it's gonna be like below freezing tomorrow with the wind chill. So yeah.
Pero tiene que quitar este pantalón si esté más calentito, ¿eh?
I love her so much.
Ok, ya. No lo dejes tirado en el suelo, pues.
No preocupa, no preocupa.
Bueno, después apaga este en la noche porque es peligroso también, ¿ok?
Thank you. And that's my mom's mother, Marcelina Leva. Beautiful woman. I've been kind of staying in her house up here in Boston, Massachusetts. I've been actually, kind of been up here, helping her out and just kind of doing various things and just kind of have my own room up here. So this is where I've been living the last 3 years. Anyway, so back to the story. I'm sorry for the interruption. Well, it was a good interruption, so it was what it was. Back to the story. I was, so January 5th came. My cousin Diego passed away. He was an addict, doing a lot of he was doing drugs, and he overdosed in the middle of the night. We don't know if it was on purpose or accident. It could have been suicide. It really could have been, and a lot of us think it may have been because he was suffering a lot. And a lot of times, people don't realize how much people are suffering until they realize what's going on. Until it's too late. They don't realize how much people are suffering inside, how much pain there are inside until it's too late. So it's just very unfortunate, So January 5th, he passed away due to overdose, and he's tried to take his own life multiple times before. Poor boy. I mean, he was a very, very beautiful and special cousin of mine, and I cared, and I just, I wish I could have been a little closer to him, but it was sad, So that happened January 5th. It was very sad for my family, my family up here, and my grandmother's sister, and my grandmother, who was like a son to him. It was like another grandson, like me, my brothers, and then my grandmother and her sister. My brother, who was very, very close to him, was devastated. And so he was in Phoenix, he spent some time out in Oregon, California, and he was doing his own share of traveling, up in the upper Northwest, went through the Dakotas and Montana and Washington State and Oregon. We went back to Arizona, got a job after my grandma Faith passed away. It was hard on him too, and then he got the news that my cousin passed away, so he got a plane ticket and came out to Boston. So that's pretty much what it was. Then January 6th rolled around. Another horrible day. One of the worst days of my life, to be honest. The Capitol riots, all the people who so supported Trump that they believed sincerely that the election was stolen from him. They came in, they rioted in the Capitol, and it just was crazy. They made a scene nationwide, they went as far as calling for the head of Mike Pence, and just a bunch of crazy stuff, attacking Pelosi, all this horrid stuff. It was a terrible day, and a lot of people were angry. A lot of people believe it was really justified. And I spoke up against what happened, and then I lost another friend, somebody named Shane Russell. In case you're watching now, you know who you are. Somebody I deeply cared about, but was on the total opposite side of where I stood on this. And so he just blocked me and kind of he kind of lashed out at one of my posts speaking out about it, and then he blocked me. So that was that. It was a very sad day. I'm still missing my grandma Faith. All this political division in our country, all this divisiveness, all this people turning against each other based on who you voted for, Biden or Trump or whatever, and all this, hatred, and belief that, the election was stolen, and This is exactly what's going to keep our nation divided for a long time. And all this anger all this anger, in our nation and division is just so tragic. On top of that, dealing with two deaths, my cousin Diego and my grandma Faith, losing the person I cared about, who I knew over 2 years, who just decided to discard me from his life, and at the same time, it was just all this stuff happening, all this division in our country. So it was just January 6th was one of the saddest days I can remember. Horribly sad day. I cried a lot that day for a lot of reasons, and it was just a lot of pain. So I just thought, I needed to get away for a while. I needed just to take a break and get away. So a week later, I just kind of took it easy, for a little while, and just trying to stay away from all this politics and all this stuff. We had my cousin's funeral, and here I'm at Boston at a funeral home, Manor Rogers Funeral Home. Took my last picture with my cousin, and don't worry, it's not bad. It's not. They actually did a very good job on him. I love him so much. He was a very special boy. Anyway, so I took my last. Just wanted to give a little picture of kind of who he was in a little bit. Maybe it's not important to show on this channel. Here it is. Mi ultimo foto con mi primo Diego. He was beautifully done, looked natural, recognizable. I love you, cousin. You will always be my primo Diego. May Jesus be with you. Descansa, primo, en el paz de Dios. And there I am with him. Very sad. I'm sorry I had to show you guys that, but it was a very sad moment. But it was so that was, I think, January 11th. Let me see. I can actually track the date of that real quick. January 11th was the funeral. No, I'm sorry. The funeral was on January 10th. I'm sorry. It was January. The funeral was on January 10th. And then January 12th, I decided just to, I bought a plane ticket and I decided to get away. So I went out to Florida for a few days, just a few days. I stayed at a hostel out in Miami Beach, and I got a whole blog on that again, by the way. It's kind of similar to my Hawaii blog, but a lot shorter. I got blogs from Hawaii, Utah, a little bit of Mississippi, in the South, and I got a Miami blog too, which I've yet to post. So I spent 3 days out in Miami, and I just did a lot in those 3 days. It was nice to get away from the cold, all the stuff, all the misery. Kind of enjoy some sunshine and warm weather. It was 75 at least 2 out of the 3 days there. It hit 70 every day I was there. Spent some time in Florida, went back. And now I guess right now I'm just kind of focusing on my life right now, my immediate future and my goals, what I really want to do. I really want to get this channel back active. I really want to get more videos going. And I went through recently a bunch of videos that I've taken in the past, and I just spent a lot of time editing these videos, especially not really editing, but I watched every single one of them. I think it's about 50 of them that I have yet to post. I actually want to do a separate video on that next time. I got videos, thoughts from Logan Airport, thoughts on Shane Russell, to those I pushed away, the truth of why it's so difficult for me to come out, the beginning of the coronavirus, thoughts and feelings, talking with you in the house, cleaning day, 13-minute version, sleep paralysis testimony 2, sleep paralysis, reading Trump's coronavirus relief letter, reading Trump's coronavirus aid letter, reaching out, older Facebook, quick tour of BYU. This was back when I was in Utah. Overview from Jackson, Mississippi. Quick thoughts on Mississippi Civil Rights Museum. My thoughts on Civil Rights Museum interview part 2. Message to Shane, to the people who I care about. Lying, gossiping, greed, selfishness, and honest talk. And just I got many more, many more. And I just wanted to, I guess I'm going to do a separate video on that. Just kind of outlining what these videos are about. Anyway, folks, this is your friend Javier Blog 208. I hope you found some interest in this video. This is just more of an update, so like and subscribe. I will see you all soon.